I'm just
Yep.
here we are again. Happy New Year, everyone. We haven't been on the show this year. Yeah, that is women, right? It has to do with women. We haven't been, but here we are. Um, we, I would say we enjoy what we do, right? And we take charge of what we do. So sometimes you can, sometimes you cannot. This year it started heavily and with a lot of pressure, believe it or not. So we just have to manage ourselves. But hey, hi everyone, and happy International Women's Day. Heidi.
Good morning, Temi, and happy International Women's Day to all the women in my life and all the women that are here today, that departed and will come to nurture this whole Mother Earth and this whole world, because women are so powerful and they're amazing, amazing, amazing creatures that I really, really stand, proud to be one of them. So happy International Women's Day, Temi, and I honor you. I want to say that you're a very strong woman in my life. You're such a support, and to all the people that you are, actually existing around. So thank you, Temi, and thank you everyone who's watching with us today. And it's been a beautiful start of the year, I believe. And I like what you just said about taking charge.
Mhm.
Taking charge is so important, right?
Yeah. So important. I remember last year, Heidi, we were talking about, do we have to be strong all the time? And then I think we agreed that we don't like this word of strong all the time, because nobody can be strong all the time. So whenever you feel like you need to pull back, you pull back, and if you need to take a rest, you take a rest, you take
Yeah.
charge. Because if the social media, or if the world, if somebody is controlling how you manage your life, it's not achievable, it's not sustainable. So
Yeah.
and I like the way we actually work together in knowing that this time we need to take a break, and we need to take a break. And Heidi, sometimes we say no, no break, and then there's no break, and we pump ourselves up. To be here 8:30 in the morning is like, no way.
Seriously, really?
But I know for you, you do this. Like you walk your dog at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Morning
I
is
do.
okay. Some of us are nocturnal animal, but whenever I'm able to wake up early and dress up, I'm like, thank you, Lord. I really, really like it, and I think if I'm doing more of that, I probably won't be as voluminous as this. I'll probably be like you, like this a little bit of work. But then I will, say my prayers and everything. I say, let me sleep a little bit more, But
Yeah.
yeah, I like night, but I love it when I think it's an achievement when I'm able to wake up early in the morning. So, Heidi, thank you.
Yes. No, actually, Tammy, you know what? We went to Sydney together and you were down in the foyer waiting for us before we even got down. So, you know what? You do know how to get up really early.
If I have to, I wanted to, and I think this is one of the things. My head, I believe I'm nocturnal because I did night shift for many years.
Yeah,
But then I could do money. One thing about me also is I'm extremely responsible.
that's so
Extremely
true.
responsible. So it doesn't matter if you say, tell me we need to catch up at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I will make it happen. Even though I might say I'm not a morning person. This is why I can't disappoint you, Heidi. I went to Sydney because of you.
I know you did.
So
You
I
did.
just I have to don't put my own irresponsibility on you because you got a lot going on.
Oh my
And
goodness.
while we're talking about women, Heidi, you are an amazing woman. And you might say, tell me you're a strong woman. Rah, rah, rah. I admire a lot from
Thank
you
you.
as well. I really, really do. You know, you're very kind, you're very understanding, extremely intelligent and wise. You know, so
Thank
it takes one to recognize one, and it depends on what you actually are looking for in someone, and that's what
you.
you see. So I'm seeing that in you, and then I'm absorbing it, and then you see something in me, and that is why the friendship is good. It's
Yes,
healthy relationship because we build each
yes,
other up in that
yes,
way, you know. So
yes.
your Sydney thing, Heidi. Oh my.
You know what, Temi? Let's leave that aside. I
Mm,
wanted to really, really ask you a question today because you would be the best person to answer this question.
right. Uh-oh.
What does it mean for women to be together, you know, empowering other women together? And sometimes, sadly and unfortunately, sometimes women actually bring other women down.
Mhm.
Now, I have seen this happen in so many different societies, places, and communities. But in our case, for example, us, our friendship, or from what I have learned, so far in my life, you would be a very good person to answer this question. Why? Please tell me why.
I'll tell you exactly what I believe it is. Ah, it's very painful, it's very pathetic, but let's go on a quick break and I'll come back and I'll tell you exactly what I believe and
Yeah.
what has been working for me thus far. We'll be back. Welcome back on the show, and today is our International Women's Day, and we say Happy International Women's Day to every woman in our lives, past, present, as Heidi has already said. And just before we went on the break, Heidi was asking, why do women put women down? Mm. What I see, Heidi, is that misery finds company.
Oh, yes.
Misery
Oh my goodness.
finds company. So if they come to you with their misery and you're not miserable, or you try to pull at them up because they're comfortable where they are, then they're not happy. They want to pull you down, but they're already down. You're trying to pull them up, they're pulling you down. And this is one of the problems that the women have. And I say this every time. When they say, men pull us down, men pull us down. No, you pull yourself down because misery happens because of maybe there's a pain in your life, maybe there's a vacuum in your life, maybe you don't have self-worth. And
Mm.
sometimes it depends on our upbringing. I'm telling most of the times actually, if when you're little, your mom always tell you you're precious, you're this, ingrainedly, that is what you're going to believe. But if you don't have a mother or a father in your life that thinks you're valuable, you might decide to be like that. But then, if your friend or associates come and say, "Look, listen, you came through your parents, but really, the ultimate person that brings you to this life is God." Get out of it. And it's up to you. You can say that because you haven't been on my journey. Do you want to remain on your journey, honey? You're looking
Mm.
for company. And so if you say, well, I'm not going to go low because I'm trying to build, but ID, you spend so much money. You always for many, many years having a mentor, a coach to build you, to strengthen you. You go to church. the same as me. So people are not investing in themselves and they want to remain
Mm.
there. I'm not going to remain there. And if you say that, then they say she's proud, she's arrogant. Heidi, listen, if you're proud, I will acknowledge your pride. You know why? You spend so much money on yourself to be proud. Seriously, you can be proud. And I know. But the thing is, people that don't know you don't know your strength. They don't know how you have this confidence, how you're building. You could have gone low, 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 down, down, down. Heidi.
Yes.
With due respect. Most of us could have gone down, 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 but we're trying to hold on to the anchor. Could be God, definitely God for me, number one. You don't even believe, not people. That's why, number one, they want to pull you down because they are in pain and they envious. Envy is another thing. And
Oh,
I don't understand envy till tomorrow.
yeah. You
Till
said that. Yeah.
I don't understand envy because if you cannot get what you cannot attract what you reject.
Mm.
You can't attract it because you're putting me down, but you really want what I have. How are you going to get it? You can't. But naturally, spiritually, anyway, you're not going to be able to get it because you resent me because of the gift of God upon me. I say God every time because I'm a child of God, really. So you hate me because of what God gives me. You're not gonna get it. You see, you're envy. Why would you? I can't be envy. I can't envy your ID. I will celebrate you
Mm.
because I look at you and say, "Oh my gosh!" I told you when you were in Sydney. I said, "I'm good." I feel like, oh my gosh, I can. I want to do what Heidi did. I've always wanted to do that anyway, but I'm
Yeah.
thinking, I can't spend the money. I can't be bothered. Heidi did it, and Heidi did it. Will I not celebrate you like, oh my gosh, she done it? I want to do it.
Yes.
I told you, but I can't do it because I wasn't comfortable with the surrounding there, and you weren't comfortable with some things anyway. But anyway, that aside, but I love it and I celebrate you because you are the point, not the people are
Mm.
the God that you have to step out and to do what you do. And I look at all your resume, Heidi. What I got from all your resumes is the consistency. I can't believe
Mm.
Monash University, this university, everything, there was a consistency and alignment in what I believe you giving the world and what you have done all your life in terms of academic. I
Mm.
celebrate that. Why do people envy till tomorrow? I don't get it. Sister, we
Yeah.
envy sister, brother, we envy like the same blood, the same family, same mother, same father. You envy them, you know,
Mm.
husband, her envy wife. Do you
Yes.
what
Yes.
you have is what I have.
And tell me, this emotion or this way of being has been surrounding this whole world since the beginning.
Correct. Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. I
so
know.
since the beginning of
Jacob and Lizzo,
man.
even in the Bible too, right?
So
Yes.
that's another question. So when the two brothers, like, one envied the other, where is this coming from? How is this happening? Why do people do that?
Well, the heart of man, if you are not conscious ID, if you are not intentional, your heart is a junkyard where a lot of emotion can come. But you
Yes.
need to be very intentional and look at, is this serving me? Is this honorable? Is this
Yes.
noble? If it's not noble, in fact, I used to have a lady that used to work for me. She likes to watch horrible movies. Like,
Oh.
even she will watch something like the husband and the wife they fight, or somebody nude, or somebody strip. Why are you watching that for? What am I doing?
Mm.
You want to make my day miserable and make my life miserable by watching that? I don't need to watch that. So she doesn't like me because every time she's coming, I'm like, I don't need to watch that. I don't want that.
Mm.
Sorry. I don't want to put rubbish in my head. And
Mm.
also, Heidi, if you have focus in life, if you have something tangible in your life, your heart is filled with it. Your mind is filled with it. So you can't afford to put rubbish. So a lot of people that do this also, they are I do minded. I
Yes.
do minded and lazy human beings.
Oh.
But the answer to it for me is know who you are. Know
Mm.
who and who you wanted to be in life. Who do you
Mm.
want to be in life? Behind closed door on the street, who do you want to be?
Mm.
You need to know that. And this is why International Women's Day, I like to talk about it because men know who they are. Men know who they wanted to be, and
Mm.
they have no emotion, nonsense emotion. You know what I mean? Like if they wanted to leave their wives, they know they'll leave you. They're gone. There's no crying. There's no looking back. They're
Yeah.
happy. But the women, we just get grounded and just get brutal, and we remain there. We need to
Yes.
start
Yes.
to learn. The only word I'm going to use is self worth. ID. Let me say something. My strength is that it does not matter what you say. I know who I am. If that is not me, I laugh. People say, "Why do you laugh?" Because sometimes I laugh. I'm like, "Are you for real?" I'm just laughing because you don't know me, and that is not me. And
Yes.
I can't do more than what I'm doing. You can't even push me to do more than what because I am settled in who I want to be and who I
Yes.
want to represent. And I know that that is not me. I don't get upset. I'm,
Yes.
I don't because that's not me. So Heidi, I think what we need to do is to shift our focus from what they say, what they think, whatever, and focus because they want to distract you. And if they distract you, if you're miserable for 2 days, it can even extend for like 2 months. They say something about me, then a lot of things that you're doing will suffer. Your family will suffer, your job will suffer, your joy will suffer, yourself will suffer for somebody that is never significant in my life. God forbid. So we need to start to know who we are, whose we are, and who we want to be. We keep working towards being a better
Mm.
person. We cannot overnight be a better person, but we have a focus to continually to be a better person, you know. So that's
Mm.
what I use. I know who I am and who I want to be. So if you say something you want to pull me down, you can't even pull me down because I'm going up. You haven't got my strings. No, because I'm
Mm.
anchored. Somebody is anchoring me and is pulling me up. You do have nothing, no hold on me, no hold on me. So we need to be focused as women. Women were very, I'm sorry to say, sometimes we're very, they call us weak vessels, but we're not. We're very strong, very
Same.
intelligent. Behind every successful any man, there's a woman. If your wife is not good, believe me, you're not going to be good. You
Mm.
will not be good if your wife is not.
Mm.
There's no way you're going to be good. So the women, they're extremely powerful in the times beginning of earth to today. We know very smart, very wise, very strong,
Mm.
very focused, very, they have the insight, they have the foresight. I'm not saying men don't have it, but women, God endowed us with so much. We're not a less species. Why do we put ourselves there? Why? So
Mm.
at
Yeah.
International Women's Day, what I want to say is know who you are, know whose you are, who you belong to, and also to make a difference wherever you are, a little bit of difference wherever you are. Liz is not here today, and I'm sure they saw her on hanging out with Temi and what she's done. Now she's got a portfolio. She was telling me last night that they're giving her this opportunity, this because of what she's giving to the world. Sometimes you think you're giving things to the world. People might not even watch you. It could be one person that watch you and say, "Go and tell me that girl. Get
Ah.
me." Girl, it's true. So it doesn't matter who look at you and who don't look at you, you know your why. Your why
Yeah.
is to bless. And when you bless, the same measure will come back to you. And
Mm.
the woman, stand your ground. We'll go on a quick break idea, and I want to share with you something about paternity leave.
Okay.
Guys, hang in there. Paternity leaves and what is around it, especially in Victoria, Australia. We'll be back. Welcome back on the show. It's our first show of the year, believe it or not. But we've been doing amazing things, as we said. Heidi's been doing an amazing thing, like hitting the ground running. She doesn't know what she's doing, but she's doing a lot. And some of us have been carrying suitcases behind her, but she still thinks she's not doing much, but she is doing much.
Thank you, Temi.
And Liz as well, she's happy, doing well. A lot of things happening, projects, and which she will come and share. It's her story. She will share with us very soon. But happy International Day, everyone. International Women's Day. We're talking about International Women's Day. One of the things I want to say is the men, which I've said, they know what they want to do in life and they follow through. And we know what we want to do and then we drop it totally. We drop it totally because either because we have children, we even drop it because of the men, and then we don't pick it up again. That's, I think that's our problem. It's not a man that is doing it. For example, what I'm trying to say is you might say, my husband want to pursue his career, so I have to stay back and hold the home while he's doing his career. But after he's finished his, maybe his university or some project, and then he says, oh, I want to get a job with United Nations, and then we say, okay, he's going with the United Nations, and then I'm holding home, I'm staying here, and then it comes from United Nations. Now he wants to start his company again. We say we follow. So what is your purpose in life too? Do you have? So
Mm.
we need to be working alongside, work together, and have an understanding. I was looking at Victorian paternity leave, men's leave, and they said most men, they have 2 weeks, that you could take continuously. So you could take 1 week this time, 1 week next time, like that, block of two, but they have 2 weeks. But they said most men take less than 10 days. They don't want to take 10 days even. And the reason being that they fear that they will be stigmatized, and also, if there's an opportunity, they might lose the opportunity while they're taking paternity leave. See, men knows. The men, they know. I'm like, what?
Oh my.
Women,
Yeah.
they give women parental 18 weeks. Women, we use the 18 weeks and ask for what we take 1 year because we just want to look after our home. We want to look after. I'm not saying that is not good. I'm just saying after that, then what do you do next? The ch-
Mm.
And then the kids will start kindergarten and then we still stay home. And then while you're home, you could be doing something. Michelle Obama was doing gardening. She was taking
Mm.
little children to White House to dance. These are the powerful people, the first lady of the world. And look at what they're doing. So don't just say, I can't do anything. I'm just taking kids to school, bring them back from school all your life. And then, you know, I looked at that. I'm like, that says something. They don't want to take because they have focus. The men know where they want to go. They know what level they want to achieve. I'm not taking any leave. They love their kids, but honey, we can get childcare, we can get something, whatever, whatever. Women will have this emotional connection with our children. Fair enough. I'm saying After that, what are you doing for yourself? That
Mm.
even you will upskill yourself ID at to some situation level that your husband will even acknowledge your skill and your intellect and say, because if you're nothing, they're going to pull you down. But if you know who you are and you're focused, no one will be able to say, even your husband can't say anything to you. So men put us down sometimes because we're very flippant.
Mm.
Let us hold our ground, know who we are, know whose we are, and our self worth. Even if we don't get it from our family, you can get it from your coach. Don't
Mm.
put a friend that has wisdom more than you, don't pull them down. Grab and tap from them rather than being envious. That's what I'm going to stop today. And I'm glad that we're back. And we had a conversation, a sort of meeting. We said we might not be doing it on every Saturdays again because uh, as we speak, ID should have been in Egypt, but Egypt's story is going to come next time. She's going to tell us about the Egypt, like a lot of things are happening. But the conclusion, did we get to any conclusion, Heidi, about when we're going to be showing up and showing out?
So we said that it's going to be better in the morning for us, and it's going to be a lot shorter than the times that we have, done in the past. So instead of an hour, we will go for half an hour, and short and sweet
Yeah,
and to the point. And hopefully it's going to be some mornings, and we're just going to decide that later on. I think it's best that we decide that, the three of us, and then we can bless more people. And I would love to get feedback.
yeah, me
I'd
too.
love to hear, and get some feedback from our viewers
Yeah,
on what topics they want us to cover, what that they would like us to, who do they want us to bring on the show.
yeah,
We have amazing abilities in bringing so many amazing people here to ask them the questions that we wanted to ask, and to, involve and get more information about things that we wanted to understand and get informed about. So I believe that I want more interaction from our viewers, and I'd love to hear from them. And I've also wanted to serve in better ways. So have more events, have more, places that we go to, get-togethers, because this like now, past COVID, human connection and being together, lifting each other up is very important. Yeah.
lifting each other up. You heard that now from the horse's mouth. And yeah, we've got a couple of people lined up that we're going to be bringing. But thank you, Heidi. It's short
Thank you, Temi.
and I think we're actually right on time. Half an hour. Yay!
Lovely. Thank you, Temi. Thank you so much for showing up, and have an amazing, lovely, day today, every day, and keep shining to the world, showing them what kind of a woman you are.
Thank you, Lovey.
Thank
Lovely.
you.
On that note, we're going to say bye bye, everyone, and we see you again very, very shortly. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye bye.